Hello everyone. Today I am taking some of the definitions of real analysis which will be helpful to understand the real analysis completely. The first definition which here we are having is matrix space. Generally, if we are having X as a non-empty set, first we define a matrix. So how a matrix is defined means generally denoted by D. Suppose D is a function from X cross X to R. If this D, this function D is containing a ordered pair X1. If this D satisfies these four properties, we call it as a matrix. So the four properties are D of xy greater than or equal to 0 means the generally this matrix is also called as a distance. So D is always positive. D of xy equal to 0 if and only if x equal to y. D of xy equal to D of yx, and triangular inequality D of xy is less than or equal to D of xz plus D of zy. If this function satisfies these four properties, we call it as a matrix. If a X is having such a matrix, then X is called as a matrix space. So generally we can write this as XD, or simply we can write it as X. That is, if we are having a non-empty set, if on that set a matrix is defined, a matrix is nothing but it is a function defined on a cross product of X such that it satisfies some four properties. One is positivity, another one is if D of xy equal to 0, then x equal to y. Third is D of xy equal to D of yx, D of xy is less than or equal to D of xz plus D of zy. Then XD is called as a matrix space. Then we will go to now the next definition, neighborhood set. Here generally, whatever will be the definition or whatever will be the theorem, we more use the word neighborhood point, neighborhood set. So here neighborhood set meaning is, if suppose we are having X as a matrix space, if there is a point say P belongs to X, then that point is containing some other points nearer to it. So those points are called as a neighborhood points in general meaning. So how it will be defined here is, if suppose we are having a point P, so nearer to this there will be many points. So what we do is we consider the points with some lesser distances. So those points we consider as a neighborhood points, and we connect these points together to form a neighborhood set. That is, it is a point say Q such that distance between P and Q is very less. So that less distance we can set. Suppose that the distance may be R and is denoted by NR of P, where R is called the radius of the neighborhood point. Meaning of this is, when we are having a point P, nearer to this there will be many points with some smaller distance if we set that distance as R. So within that distance the points which are falling is said to be a neighborhood set. So generally we denote this as NR of P. Now next, limit point. Here let XD be a matrix space. If suppose E be the subset of X, then a point P belongs to X is said to be a limit point of E if every neighborhood of P contains a point Q of E such that Q not equal to P. Let XD be a matrix space. Let E be the subset of X. Here, if suppose we are having one set E, if P is point within this, so it will be having certain points with certain distance. So these points may be present in the set or may not be present, but it is every neighborhood of that point is present in E, then such a point is called as a limit point. Here limit point is nothing but it is a point. If P is a point, its neighborhood points are present in the set E, then it is called as a limit point. Isolated point means if a point is not a limit point, then it is called as a isolated point. Then next comes closed set. A set E is said to be closed set if every limit point of E is a point of E. That is, whenever we take one set, if there is one set with certain points, suppose this is the boundary, so on this the points are present. If suppose these are the points such that all the neighborhoods of these points are falling in this set E, if this point is also belonging to E, then it is called as a closed set. Otherwise, we call it as a not a closed set. Next, we will see other definition, interior point. A point P belongs to E is said to be interior point if there is a neighborhood of P such that that neighborhood is inside E only. See, when we say limit point may be present in the set or may be outside the set. If it is present in the set and all the limit points of that set are present in it, it is said to be closed. If suppose not, then it may be having a neighborhood inside E, then that point is said to be a interior point. Means a point is having a neighborhood and that neighborhood is inside the set E, it is said to be interior point. Open set. Open set means which is open, not having boundary. So for that we can say not having limit points, or we can say that not having, the limit point indicates it is having only interior points, means all the points are inside only. So there is no limit is defined. Such set is said to be open. That is, we say that a set E is said to be open if every point of E is an interior point of E. That is, if we are having E as a set, it is containing certain points which are interior, means not limit point, then it is assumed to be an open set. See, always neighborhood of every neighborhood set of a point is always a open set only, and complement of open set is closed, complement of closed set is open. As well as whenever we take more than one or two open sets, union of open sets is open, intersection of open sets is open. Similarly, union of closed sets is closed, intersection of closed sets is closed. Next definition, we are having perfect set. A set E is said to be perfect if every limit point of E is a point of E and every point of E is a limit point of E. Means here, if there is a set such that all the limit points are inside E only, then E is said to be a perfect set. Here closed set means if every point has a limit point will be closed set. If all the limit points are inside, and it is said to be a perfect set. Derived set means if there is a set E, then it is containing certain limit points. If we take these limit points as one set, it is called as a derived set. That is, collection of limit points is called as a derived set and is denoted as E dash. Next comes closure of a set. The set, generally closure of a set is denoted as E bar. It is the union of a set and its derived set. So closure of set is containing the elements of E as well as the limit points of E. That is said to be closure set. See, always closure set is closed because it is containing limit point. Means E bar is always a closed set, and we can say that here E bar is always closed. And one more thing which we have to remember is E is always subset of its closure. If suppose closure of a set is equal to set itself, then we call E as a closed set. Means it is possible if E is closed. Now, next definition we are having is open cover. Suppose X is a matrix space. So, every set may be containing some open sets. We consider a collection of open sets. Suppose union of these open sets is forming X itself such that E is subset of union of alpha G alpha, then this collection is called as a open cover. Open cover is not one single set, it is collection of sets. So alpha may be finite or infinite. Generally we assume that it is infinite and it is said to be open cover. If suppose we are having a open cover, so if we take a subfamily of this, say G1, G2, so on Gn, finite number of open sets, and it is also having the same property as open cover, then it is called as a subcover. If a set contains open cover with a finite subcover, then that set is called as a compact set. A set is said to be compact if it contains a open cover along with a finite subcover. That is, here E is a subset of a matrix space X. We call it as compact if every open cover of E contains a finite subcover. So that is, we can say that E is subset of union alpha G alpha, means it should be subset of alpha equal to 1 to n union G alpha, which implies E is compact. So this completes today's definitions. So remaining we will see remaining definitions in the next video.